Hello everyone, today we are going to show you how to undo a weave. It's a half weave, so we are going to start by removing behind. And before you do that, make sure you have your scissors ready with you, because we are going to use this to cut off the stitches, as you can see. And always make sure your client is well protected. So we'll start from behind, going upwards. So this is what we do. You continue like this until your weave is complete. And try to be gentle on your client's scalp, because when you do too much pulling, you can see how the scalp is moving. That means you'll be pulling the scalp and also the hair. So while you're removing your weave, just try to be more careful when it comes to cutting off the thread. Make sure you don't cut your client's hair or weave. Maybe she will need the weave later. So try to concentrate basically on the threads. And that's why I prefer scissors instead of a razor blade. Actually, the scissors makes it very easy. At least you can pull up and cut it off, especially the string, not the cornrows or the weave itself. So we continue like this until our weave is cut out. Now we have completed removing and undoing our weave, whereby we had to cut the threads, and finally we've removed the weave itself. So what we are going to do right now, as you can see where there is the knot, the two lines that we had created on the cornrows, we are going also to cut the thread that was attached to the cornrow. So we'll start with this side. You can pick any thread from anywhere, so long as you cut it off. Now we are opening the braid that we had attached on the cornrow. Once that is done, you continue cutting off the thread. Make sure you're careful with the client's hair. And we are done. You move to the next one, the same method. Cut it off. Only the thread, not the braid or the cornrow itself. Once we're done with this step, I'm going to show you how to get rid of the threads remaining, because when we start undoing the cornrows, it's going to be a little painful when you have your comb and it tackles with the comb's tip. So we are going to remove them completely. Then from there, we are going to start undoing our cornrows. When you see one like this, always cut it off. You cut it off with your scissors and you remove it. As you can see, it's not the braid, because the braid is also attached to the hair. So once you cut the braid off, also be rest assured you'll cut the client's hair. Check where the thread is and you remove it. Sometimes it happens, you'll find leftovers of threads, and it doesn't mean that you have to undo the hair without pulling them out. You have to pull them out to make your work even easier. If you cut the cornrow, definitely you'll be cutting the client's hair. So try as much as possible to cut only the thread and not the client's hair. Once the threads, you're done removing the threads, you take, now with this one you don't have to remove the threads because it's not on the cornrow. So what we do, you just remove it. You can use your fingers or you can use your plastic comb. And remove it. Then from there, you take your cornrow from the end. When you're doing this, always make sure that you insert your comb, the tip of your comb, at the middle of the braid so that you let it loose and it becomes easier for you to undo the braid. Always learn to hold to support the braid so that you don't pull your client's hair. We are going to continue to do this until we reach where our braid started from. As you can see, our cornrow started from.
Yeah, you can be fast. You can do your speed.
Okay. Let me do my speed now. While undoing your cornrows, you can also use a different type of comb. It's not a must to use tail comb or wooden comb. You can use your preferred comb so long as it can do the same work that the tail comb is doing. Always make sure that always make sure you separate the braid so that it doesn't tackle from down and it causes pulling. Then from there, as you can see, our client's hair and also the braid itself. As soon as you're done with your first line, the same method that you've seen is the same method that we are going to use to undo the whole cornrows that we have on our client's head. Then also with the removal of the weave, it's okay if the weave is in good condition. You're allowed to reuse it unless it's not in good condition. But if the weave can be used again, you can use it on another different style. Most of the time, clients who have like short weave on their heads, when they do remove those ones, some of them cannot be reused because of the cutting that was previously done on the style. So for the short weaves, I cannot recommend anyone to do a reuse except for the long ones. We hope that you've learned how to undo and remove a weave and also undo the cornrows at the same time. Thank you.